so this first one is cool play of EugeneJudo. This I don't have. I probably should have made death for his game because this game does go on to die in vaults. But I already had 8 and I had sort of a nice little selection, so I didn't include it. So that he does go on to lose this game in vaults. But the title of this is about 200 moves back, use a dispersal trap to get distance. And this one is kind of, it's funny in, obviously EugeneJudo is, you know, I don't know, relatively experienced, but certainly isn't like an expert, I guess. So this is him going into the Swamp 4 vault. And oh yeah, so for people not used to ASCII play, this is somewhat similar to what it looks like when I play, and I capture the window of this. This is what quote-unquote console output looks like. So ASCII glyphs with colors. You can see the los area on the left. These white. You know what? Maybe for Jetty play, it might actually make sense to show the cursor since I have to use the mouse so much anyway. Let me that's an option, right? Capture cursor. There we go. Look at my little pointer. Isn't it cute? So let me see something really quick. It doesn't seem to match up to what I'm pointing at is my interesting. So where is this? That's not so useful then. I can't really point because it, I guess because of cropping. That kind of sucks. Maybe I won't capture cursor then, because it's no point if it's not accurate to what you're seeing in the rendering or in the stream. All right, so these white pound signs are walls. I'll give a very quick primer. Pound signs are walls. The double tilde, I guess that is water. Cyan colored is light water. I guess it's light blue color. I forget the exact color. Is dark water. There's only 2 colors, and then there's red for lava. Lava might shift between 2 shades of red. This stuff in magenta, these circles are clouds, dissipating clouds. That's actually a relatively recent change that ebering made to give clouds that are expiring their own glyph. That means these clouds are about to expire soon. So this is the Miasma Swamp ending, and this is all magenta, that area, because it's under an exclusion. He is the ASCII at the center. It's kind of highlighted right now, so it's a little hard to see the at sign. Always dead center in the los area. Right parens are weapons. These left braces are sensed monsters from his antennae, from his Formicid antennae. And this little weird squiggly glyph at the bottom next to the deep water, it's got, I don't even know what you call it, sort of like a circle in the center with a top pointing to the right, bottom pointing to the left. That's the proper fog glyph. So that's just harmless fog dissipating from the water, because swamp has fog that appears over water. I don't think that's miasma anyway. Alright, so EugeneJudo wrote about 200 moves back, use dispersal trap to get distance. And he is a level 15, of course, FoEn of Wujian. So let's go ahead and start it. I have the thing to skip turns where he does nothing. I can turn that on and off at will. Okay, he's going to the right side. Spectral Swamp Dragon, really easy. Rune Plate Armor. Section sign, thank you, yeah. And that is the proper fog glyph, but the circles are for dissipating. Now let's try the left side where all the monsters are. Oh no. Bone Dragon, Ghost Crab, Phantom. Yeah, it's got a lot of trash monsters. It's prompting him about going in. Here comes the Phantom. That Phantom was right on him. That Phantom is not about to let go of a kill. Insubstantial Wisp. Very exciting. These dangerous phantoms and insubstantial wisps. The only monsters apparently to follow him out of the vault. Carefully fight the wisp. You can never be too careful. What if they would shock you? Uh-oh. Both the oh no! There's Mr. Bone Dragon. He's wandering. That's why he has that special brown color, because he hasn't once he sees you, he'll lose that. And it will, yep, now he sees you and he has no background color. Background colors in console are used to communicate like special monster status. So Bone Dragon is following him. The funny thing about this is he has a gap clearly right here. And he goes up here, and I think he doesn't quite understand that his movement in water is slow. And maybe he's sizing up the Bone Dragon, maybe he's not sure if he wants to fight it. So prepare yourself for at least a few riveting minutes of... There's not too many cool plays, and obviously, you know, like I said, you want to see this with soft eyes. What's a cool play to one person who's newer at the game, you know, you kind of have to put yourself back at that time if you're looking at this and going, well, this is kind of lame. But there was a time when you did something that was relatively basic and you thought about a thing, you had a plan, and it worked, and it was a little bit shaky, and it took like 3 minutes to execute, but you're like, I did it. And that is what EugeneJudo. Right now he's taking Bone Dragon on a tour of swamp. Over here you'll see some trees, and to my left is water. You don't have to worry about that, Mr. Bone Dragon, because you can fly. Do we cast a spell? Confuse? Nope, we are looping the Bone Dragon. Oh, but now the dispersal trap. Are we gonna step in it? We blink him. That's not a good blink for us. Oh. We're... Okay. The Wisp is blinking. The Wisp stepped into it and blinked the Bone Dragon away. Now we have a gap. But where are we going? Right back on that tour of swamp. Because we're not sure yet. Ring around the rosy. And back through the tour of swamp. Note the beautiful leaves of the mangroves, Mr. Bone Dragon. Back to the shaft. We need a new blink. We didn't like that setup. Okay, this is some distance. Oh, he's out of Los now, but he's back, and now he's back again. We're just gonna keep doing this apparently. It's just like Majora's Mask. This, I can see the gears turning. EugeneJudo is like, I could blink him until he forgets about me. Blink until the Bone Dragon just gets super tired of this whole game. Oh, he's out of Los. Look at that. Bone Dragon is nowhere to be found. It's just me and this one insubstantial Wisp. And there's the Ghost Crab. So Bone Dragon lost track of him. I don't think this character has like particularly high stealth or anything. It's got 28 AC and no EV. I mean, probably in heavy armor. I actually didn't see. Got some Mujian going. I guess I could stick. I'm not sure when he's going to annotate cool play. I think after then he's going to chase back in here and pick up a Spear of Freezing, or maybe that was just stepping over it. I might have missing that. We got the rune. Oh yeah. Is this the annotation? Yes, it is. Well done, EugeneJudo. You did indeed create a gap. I would only suggest that all you have to do when you have a gap at all, regardless of any means, is actually just go to the stairs. And remember that when you walk in water, you're slow, so you're losing your gap to the Bone Dragon. Bone Dragon, of course, flies, but even if he didn't, I think if it were the fact that it's giant, if it didn't fly, it would still move slowly in water. I think they still get the movement penalty. It's just they can actually move fully in deep water even. But anyway, you could fly yourself when going over water so that you don't lose distance, like a Ring of Flight. You could carry that, or just use one of the potions. Obviously, you know, you can't teleport, do a lot of things other non-formicids could do, but just get to stairs and then go up and go down different stairs, and that you don't have to you lure it around repeatedly. But good job evading that bone dragon. And I guess I'll go ahead. Yeah, that URL is still up there. I guess when I do this, I'll paste the morgue. That's the morgue of the game. Spoilers. So yeah, anything we need to say about this? Lernian Hydra, God powers. Shummie is not confident of his game playing abilities, but we shall see. We shall be the judge. We'll be the judge of that, Shummie. We're the experts here, Shummie. Maybe you're outstanding. Battle Axe of Flame, you got the right brand for your Battle Axe, Shummie. We're pausing for contemplation. I'm gonna turn on the... There he is, Lernie, 27-headed Hydra. He's a yellow colored Hydra. Most Hydra are just green, so he's unique. Uniques, for their glyph color, is often just a distinct color for a... Yep, +2. Enchant is a little low, Shummie. I'm not sure about the story about that. Here we go. We got Lernie. What did we throw? Flame. Shummie, don't throw flame. Oh no, massive damage. Shummie. Shummie, that was massive damage. It says right there on the screen. Don't use throw flame, Shummie. That was 42 damage. That's a lot of damage. Scatter. Yeah, now is the search for scatter shot. Alas. Oh, Maxwell's patent armor. Very nice. Read ID that scroll, or identify that scroll, Shummie. You got one scroll that's un-ID'd. Yep. So you took too much damage. You do have good AC. The problem is that Lernie hits too hard. Your SH is also... Yep, I mean, you have it. It's just that Lernie hits you a little bit too hard. Despite your actually rather prodigious... I mean, you can, Shummie, you can quaff agility to help yourself a little bit. If you're going to go at Lernie and melee, you can do it. You kind of want to, you know, non-formicids would be like, you know, hasted and agility, but you can still be mighted and have agility. Also soften him up, like you search for scatter shot. Obviously that would be great before you let him hit you, but you also could have ice blasted them. Not throw flame though, Shummie. It's too weak. Yeah, clouds could have been a good starter. You could possibly get lucky with lamp of fire if you had that. Corrosive bolt, yep, that's a good one. Actually, that's probably going to do a lot better. Oh, but we got the Wuqian powers. What's up? Oh no, 27 damage. That's a special number, Shummie. Wow. I saw the flame. Shummie, you need to use... So, number one, Shummie, if you're not sure that you can fight Lernie, you can always come back to him later. Obviously, there are complications with that. For this vault, it's relatively easy to kind of sneak around him. You had a decent enough, like, basic profile. Your max HP is kind of low-ish. But I would really soften him up and really get buffed and try to damage him as much as possible before he gets in close with wands. And you can just outright kill him with wands. And remember, Shummie, you have Serpent's Lash if you're going to actually melee him. So what you should do is if you're going to do Heavenly Storm, you'd want to do that first, but then you'd Serpent's Lash and get the initial hits in, Shummie. You'd get 2 free hits before he even hits you. You stay where you are, Shummie, and he'll move adjacent to you. He'll move adjacent to you, use Serpent's Lash, preferably having Heavenly Storm up first, and get 2 hits like doing Whirlwind, back and forth. Cutting off 2 heads right away, it's not much, but it'll help. And getting 2 massive hits, and it might kill him right out, especially if you softened him up. So, congrats on surviving. I agree, your skills do need a bit of work, but you did survive this time. Take that 10 slaying, ebering says. I'm gonna paste this. I didn't actually see how shummie is shummie on our. Oh, he is. Interestingly, I'm not gonna paste it because he is in our death list. So shummie goes on to be shummie does go on to die. Yeah, you can do lunge plus whirlwind. You certainly could. I mean, yeah, there's no really reason not to. You could possibly do a. I wonder what a leap would do with Serpent Slash. Serpent Slash, I assume, counts by turn, so would that take both? That might be really strong. But yeah, go big for damage, soften him up. Sometimes people just kite Lerny Flight Potion over water. He moves fast in water, and you're a Formicid, and you can't do anything about that unless you have the Swift spell. Yeah, it takes both. So that could have... I've not actually tried that, but it's possible that lunge plus whirlwind... I mean, I think actually the leap would be better, because lunge is 120, whirlwind is 80. And then the leap is probably something like just flat... Well, I guess that'd be the same, wouldn't it? I don't actually know what the percentage is on that. That'd be interesting. Either way, Serpent Slash and get your Heavenly Storm up before the Serpent Slash. Alright, last one is some unknown mystery guy that nobody's ever heard of called YT Com Ultra Violent 4. He has a cool play for Zot. Like, I actually never really use wall jump. That's more elaborate setup because, of course, you have to find a wall and then time it perfectly. shummie might find that a bit elaborate, so... Oh, there's the man himself. There's the UV4 himself. Okay, this is... I think this is all set up. This is our last cool play. And then we have a bunch of deaths to watch. 8. Not too many. And Ultraviolent 4 wrote, you can lunge out of a wall, :O, smiley face, whatever you call that one. Yep, he was surprised to learn that probably, and I don't think that had quite occurred to me either, but it makes perfect sense. You'll see, if that's confusing, you'll see what it means. This is him on Zot 4. He's wielding... Somebody concerned Froge Ultraviolent 4 because why is he wielding 7 potions of brilliance? And you swing at nothing. Is this an exploit? You swing at nothing. Is this cheating? Is this hacks? ebering, you're going to need to make a ruling. This might be grounds for disqualification. Alright, so he's trying to go for the sub 40k CSDC points, so he's minimizing his turn count. So he was resting by what we call bread swing. Oh, here it comes. Lunge out of the wall, kill the Moth of Wrath. Yep, that's his delicious bread. This is a very short and sweet, cool play. Brilliant swings. I get it, Tumalu. I get it. I got the joke. There it was. I talked more about bread swinging than I did about the cool play. So yeah, he used a Formicid to dig. He saw where the moth was. Now he's fighting a Kirsto. And he just dug through it. And I think he was expecting to just kind of pop out and then hit it, but then it just popped out and killed it. Oh, now he's a tree. The classic lignification torment resist play. Doesn't care about the death cap. Has him in the same kill hole that he used to dispatch the Moth of Wrath. Brilliant. Everyone give him a round of applause. RC minus. It's always dangerous to see that. Although on Zot 5, it's really the RF minus, isn't it? RC minus isn't too bad unless you run into a Lich. So there we go. Cool play. Well done, UV4. Next up are the deaths. So ebering does have a guide for, like, you know, some deaths to look out for. He noted one that was like an early Mankari death. I didn't find that one. It was a failure to kite with the sling. I'm sure Pakek would want to see it if he were here so he could critique it. So he also looks for low XL layer. So my philosophy with this was to look for deaths at notable places or maybe in notable vaults. The first one I have is entitled, I'll paste this URL again, Check his, yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other thing to note. We can kind of show it, UV. I don't know where it, it's probably not in this. Okay, actually no, this is it. It's in this one. So, to door vault, you can check ebering. So I looked at my vaults, of course, and I looked at a certain notorious vault maker, and he'll appear later. This is UV4 trying to finish this run, by the way, in sub 40k, and something notable happens here. I guess this is turning into a, it's not a, okay, so he got marked, and did he flee that Orb Guardian? Was that the one that fleed there? He's digging out. He's got a whole mob of stuff chasing him now. Now, we can't really see what his turn count actually is, sadly, at this time, because it shows time. So he'd have to pull that up. Ah, it was the Black Draconian ran towards you. And that was the thing that was the mark that cost you the turns, essentially? Yeah, I thought you were complaining that the aspect of that flea especially was the thing that cost you, because it was... No door vault, yeah. Yep, I have 2 kills this week. I think I have TVs for both of those, because they're both splats. They're actually one really epic one, and another one that's just a nice splat. They're both pretty good. So I really lucked out that... So this is him fighting in the kill hole, but the final story, this is him at almost half HP. This is him at... Oh no! Pass wall out of there. Back up the stairs. Now he's got a bread swing. He's got to put on the troll leather armor. And back with the brilliance. Look at this. Look at these degenerate tactics. Yep, I guess that mark trap, the alarm trap, kind of ruined the turn count, so he didn't get those points. So he's going to have to try for those, I think it's 6 points the final week, because those are the only ones I believe he's missing. Which, depending on what it is, ebering, it turns out wall jumping is better than swinging. Oh yeah, because it's 2.0. Yeah, I thought about that too, like 1.5 for bread, back, years ago when I was like, what you really want is like to find an exec axe. Obviously, wall jumping is only relevant for this, if you're worshipping Wujian, but like an exec axe is actually better, because it's going to be like, 1.8 delay, or yeah, giant spike club. The problem with the giant spike club is I don't think you can wield it. I don't think it'll let you wield it at all. Maybe W Star would, but I believe it wouldn't even let you wield it, of course, unless you're a Formicid. So that's not. But I mean something like a high delay weapon for non-large species, basically. Oh, the classic Mana Viper Orb of Fire play. Okay, well, we'll have to move on. But yeah, he didn't get those points, but he's still at the top of the listing. So, well, it'll all come down to next week, which is good because it keeps it exciting.